Can you think of a time when you were hit with a serious challenge that in the moment seemed devastating, but in the long run turned out being the best thing to have happened to you? I had a client get fired from a job she loved, and she cried about it at first, but then she did something about it. She shifted her perspective from how will I survive to how can I thrive? And from that, her real passion manifested and she created her business baby. What appeared to be a setback was the greatest miracle in disguise. The holy Rabbi Akiva's teacher, a sage called Nahum, always looked to the bright side, assuming the name Nahum Ish Gamzu Letova. His name literally translates to, "This too shall be for good." And the Maharal says that by saying "this too shall be for good" over something that we perceive as bad, actually enables us to flip it to good. My husband shared a story with me recently of a woman whose engagement ring fell down the drain, and it was a 1 in a million chance that she'd be able to retrieve it. So she said, "This too is for the good." And I kid you not, when the plumber came to take a look, he saw the ring hooked onto a little crevice in the pipe. A serious miracle. In a nutshell, when something appears to go wrong in your life, if you say Gamzu Letova, in other words, this too is for the good, and you know with your whole heart that this challenge is a reroute to a better destination, you turn negative energies into positive ones and co-create a positive outcome. We live in a time with so much entitlement. We expect things to go the way we want them to and according to our timeline. Entitlement alone blocks miracles from becoming your norm because the message you're sending to God's universe is, things need to go my way. I'm in control. In other words, you're saying, God, I don't need you. I got this. See, I believe COVID was a huge wake-up call for the world. I've seen over and over that those who have chosen to see the good that came out of COVID thrived, and those who didn't have been swallowed up by their fears and anxieties. The victim says, "This happened to me," while the empowered person says, "This happened for me." So the question I'd like to leave you with is this. What situation in your current life can you shift your perspective around by saying, "This too is for the good"? In other words, in what ways are your challenges reroutes to a better destination? Of course, sharing is caring, so if you like what you heard, please pay it forward. And as always, happy manifesting.